I scored a bicycle.
I said, go. Nothing but a put your hands in the head.
Yo, what's going on, Team Tweety? I hope you're all super well. Today is the day. It's trial day for me. It's trial day. As you guys know, we've been waiting for this day for a while now. It's finally come, it's here. Feels weird. So right now it's about 4:30 in the afternoon. I took the morning to just chill out, relax, do my own thing, not pick up the camera, and just chill, because that's what I wanted to do. What I will say though is I did feel a little bit tired this morning, so I woke myself up by having a cold shower, only cold water. I feel so much better. I'm feeling good mentally, physically, I'm all there. So I have to leave pretty soon because this place is, I guess, somewhat far away, but the main thing is I need to be there. I want to be 45 minutes early. I don't want to be late at all. I want to be early, not on time, not just there before. I want to be early because that's just what I want to do. So that's going to be the plan. I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I also think one of the weirdest things is that I'm not doing any sort of training today. I mean, I did a little bit of juggling earlier on in the morning, but on another day where if I had team training and if it was just another day, I would probably be doing a session this morning. In fact, I would have had sprint training this morning. And I woke up and I went, man, this feels weird. You know, I've been speaking with a lot of people. I've been thinking about it myself. And it's the best way to go forward into these trials is to have the rest this morning going into them. And like I've said the past few days, and also during the last trial, during this sort of trial period, you don't gain much from training sessions away from the trial. Now, when I say that, you want to be as close to 100% as possible for these trials. It is like a Champions League grand final every single time. And yes, you should treat every training like that, but this is a little bit different. I might even do a little bit of juggling when I get there just to get the touch on the ball, just so that I'm kind of prepared. The preparation comes from the months and the years of training. This is the time where it's go time, baby. So I'm feeling ready to go. Let me know down in the comments. I'm interested to hear how you guys like to prepare for a trial. On trial day, do you have any certain thing that you need to eat? Do you like to rest the day before and the morning of the trial? Or do you like to treat it like any other day? This community that we have is so awesome because we're always sharing information and knowledge with each other and helping each other out. But I think one of the biggest things about a trial is just that mental preparation and mental challenge that you face, because a trial, it's do or die. If you don't make the team, you're upset. You're always thinking about the negatives. But if you can sort of overcome that mental barrier, then you reach the other side of the barrier and you're able to play how you want to play. Because I'm sure everybody feels the same. You go into a trial completely differently to how you go into a game, and it's different. It's difficult. And I think the thing is, with a game, you know, some people play 20 to 40 games a year and you're able to sort of practice what you do each week. Here, you probably have 5 trials a year and you don't get much preparation for it. You just got to go there and do your thing. So that's what I'm going to go do. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm just about ready to go. I've got my bag packed here. I've got the clothes I need, shin pads and shin pad sleeves, if that's what you want to call them, just in case they're needed and the coach says, put your shin pads on. I'm there. I'm ready. Now, man, the thing about this session is I got no idea what we're gonna do. And you know, you go into every session like that, I feel, and another nerve-wracking, it's not really nerve-wracking, but another thing that I guess it makes me slightly nervous is the fact I don't know anyone. That's a lie. I do know maybe one, maybe a few more, depending on how many people have moved to this club or are trialing there. When you've been in this world of football, you kind of know a few people. So look, it's going to be interesting, and it's just a new environment. You just got to take it for what it is, put your head down, get into the session, and I can't wait. So I'm going to be using my player tracker to track the stats of the session, see how far I ran, see my top speed. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. And look, let's hope. I don't think it will be like my last trial because I haven't heard anything. I do believe that there are spots. I just need to go out there and prove myself, and, you know, I just need to play my game. So that's what I'm going to go do. Spencer's down there, giving me all the support I could hope for. Thank you, Spencer. So yeah, won't be filming anything between now and when I get home. I'll be driving there without the camera, driving home without the camera. When I get back, I'll sit down and chat with you guys about the session, and yeah, we'll go from there. So I'm going to leave you guys. I'll see you in probably about 4 hours time. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Actually, it's probably going to be 4.5 hours, but we'll see. We'll see. I just need to play my football. That's all it is. Guess I better put some sort of clothing on for this. Oh man! It is currently 11:53 p.m. and I just want to go to bed, man. Well, I'm about to. I still need to have a shower. Life's hard. Anyway, so the training session. How'd it go? So we started off and I got there an hour early and get to the session. We start off by doing a little bit of a warm-up. Then we progress into this sort of dribbling drill with some other stuff in between it. And then from there went into a half-field 7v7. Good session. I loved it. The standard of play was good. It's pretty much the exact same as the other club I was at, which is what it should be because it's MPL 1. These clubs are supposed to be good. So there are a couple of players that I knew there, a couple of faces I knew just from playing against them over the years. And one guy in particular made me feel very welcome and that was incredible. So just while I'm talking, I'm going to sync up my tracker. Do not forget, if you guys want the hookup for one of these, send me a message on Instagram at SheldonTweedy. Also, follow me there because my Instagram is absolutely popping off. We got trick shots, we got photos, we got the whole wazoo. So make sure you guys go and follow me there. So while that's syncing with the 7v7, so I scored a bicycle. It was kind of like a half bicycle, half side volley in the air. I'd say more a bicycle. This is how it probably went down. The ball came into me here. And I just saw the opportunity. I went, boom! Landed on my back. The ball caught my foot and it literally went top corner. And it was on one of those smaller goals. And man, whew! I felt good after that. Everyone was like, oh my God. So that was something great I did in the 7v7s. Also made some really nice passes. There was one in particular where I was driving and I didn't look, but I knew because I had assessed the situation before I had received the ball. I knew there was a free man on the right-hand side, and when I received it, I didn't look that way. I turned and then just sliced it in between two players over to that side, and there was a free guy. And when I looked up, I was like, please still be there. And it's just having that awareness to know where players are. So look, overall, I think I did well. I lost the ball a couple of times. One nearly led to a goal scoring opportunity. And I reflect on it and I go, well, look, you're never going to go through a session or a game not losing the ball. What the? For some reason it's telling me there's no data found. That is incredibly frustrating. So it looks like I don't have any data from the session. I'm gonna have to look into that and speak to the guys at Play because that's the first time it's ever happened. Usually this thing's extremely reliable. Maybe I left it on too long, I'm not sure. So yeah, that was the 7v7 stuff. I think overall, there were definitely some moments in there where this is difficult for me to say, guys. The thing is, I want to be as real with you and as honest with you as possible. Sometimes it may come across, I don't know, it may come across as if I'm extremely cocky, as if I'm talking myself up, as if I'm talking myself down sometimes. I'm just trying to give you the honest view, so please take it for what it is. But look, there were definitely some times in that 7v7 where I would do something which was extremely creative, I guess. And I was definitely pleased with that, but that's what I pride myself on, being a creative player who has the ability to see and move the ball to places where it's not necessarily where it shouldn't be, but where it's like, oh, how did he see that? That's the sort of player I'm aiming to be and really worked on for years. But again, there were times where I lost the ball, which, you know, it sucked. And when I look back on it, it was simple stuff. For example, I would win the ball off a player tackling him and I'd hold it, and then see space to dribble, and I went, oh my goodness, let me take that space, bang, tackled. And I'm like, why didn't I just lay it off to my centre-back and let us restart? I just got too greedy, and the thing was, sometimes that's a good option, but on the position of the field I was on, not the option. So yeah, it's always good to reflect on what you did well in the session so that you can continue that. And look, it's fine to talk yourself up a little bit. Talk yourself up after training sessions or games and reflect on those good moments because that's what's going to then lead you on this sort of confidence boost and it will allow you to perform better in future games and trainings. But also, of course, reflect on your mistakes like I'm doing now and go, okay, when I win it there and when I'm in that position, I shouldn't be trying to dribble players. I need to be looking for a penetrating pass or Just keep the ball. But yeah, apart from that, what I will say is physically, I feel good. Putting on these extra kilos and muscle and speed, I felt like I could compete with players. I was tackling players. I was going to shoulder with players. I remember this really big guy, like strong, physical. And we're in a 50-50 and I was so close to winning the 50-50. I kicked the ball, but the way I was positioned, I didn't get my foot around it to kick to my player. I just kicked it back to their centre back. But it was the fact that I was able to go into that 50-50 confidently, whereas I think maybe 6 months ago I would have gone, ooh, I don't want to do that. And then there was another 50-50. I went in hard to win that ball. I just feel great, man. All the work is paying off and I'm stoked with it. So then after the session, what I always like to do is shake the coach's hand, regardless of the situation. I always shake the coach's hand, whether I'm part of the team or I'm not. It's almost like a thank you for the session. He said, yep, see you next session. So I've been called back. I'll be going back to the next session. And yeah, it's simple as that. It's, you know, it looks like there could be spots. I don't know. You never know with these sorts of things. But yeah, we just go there, I play, and we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. I tell you that. It'll be interesting. I really am looking forward to what this opportunity may present. But again, all it comes down to is what can I control? And what I can control is how I work off the field, mentally and physically, and how I perform in those training sessions. And that's all it comes down to. So we got 2 weeks now until the Christmas break. Everyone in Australia, and I think everyone in the world, goes on break over Christmas. So look, I might, the thing is, you could find out the next session after that, or you can find out in 4 weeks. You guys saw with the other club, I found out after the first session. So you just don't know. You don't know. It's an interesting time though, very interesting. I'm super tired though, so I'm gonna go to bed, get some rest. I got sprint training tomorrow, Team Tweety, I'm signing out. Make sure to leave a like on the channel, subscribe if you're not here, join the journey. I'll see you tomorrow's video. Bye.
Listen.